But hey, let's open up our first glove. Let's get to it. We have, like I said, I kind of spoiled it already. This is the SSK. No clue what it looks like, so let's find out. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm weak. There we go. Okay. Now, none of that should matter. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, it's come just in an SSK bag. This is not leather. It's like, what would you call that? Almost like windbreaker material. Of course, it's in the plastic bag. Okay, let's go. So it's like the chocolate One Piece Z9. Oh, split gray welting. This looks so good. Oh, holy cow. Dang. I am such a big fan. Like these little symbols down here, no clue what they mean, but they look good. The SSK, it's like 3D. Just looks beautiful. Split gray welting was a very good choice. Holy cow. Okay. Premium Japanese Nemeshi leather. I actually need to figure out what that is. I'm not familiar. Dang. This definitely feels fantastic. This is going to take some work to break in, though. Holy cow. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thoughts on that SSK. Let's go. Josh is in the comments. He's putting up polls. Look, we're like pro YouTubers or something. Give me like a SSK 1 out of 10. What do you think? That thing looks good. Dang, come on. All right, I see a nice glove. I give it a 9. Thanks, buddy. Boom, a 10. Okay, so generally I'm seeing good reviews. 15 out of 10, 9, 8. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Jeremy, you gave it an 8. Come on, it's got to be better than an 8. 9. This definitely just has like solid looks overall. I mean, if you don't like it, you're crazy. That chocolate leather is so clean. Actually, now that I think about it, this is my only true like brown glove. I have like the oiled Nolan iron, like the oiled chestnut style, whatever you want to call that, sort of similar. This is just a true brown glove. I don't think I have one. Holy cow. So for anybody who wants to hear it, 11.5 inches, the solid one-piece web. I should actually look into it. This might be pretty similar to the Hobby Baez glove model. I actually need to look into that. But I can tell you off the bat, this thing is like a tank. It's going to take a lot of work to break in. Split welting technically is stronger. Like it's a little bit higher quality. But when you have like custom gloves, a lot of times it doesn't look as good. When you have a glove that just has like natural leather color on it, though, these just look amazing. So this turned out perfect. Holy cow. SSK, good job. Like I said, I've literally had this package for like a month. I've been so excited to actually get to open it. Boom, let's go. Okay, hey, I guess we should probably move on. We have 3 more gloves. So out of the other 3, we have just 2 more brands. So I think there's a good chance you actually haven't even heard of one of the brands, but you should stick around for it because it's a super nice glove company. It's not like some tiny no-name. They're making fantastic gloves. And then there's a good chance you've actually heard of the other one. So here we go. Also, as you can see, we definitely upgraded the live stream equipment. Our last live stream looked so bad, and I just want to apologize. Let's go. I haven't seen any of these yet. Actually, I might have seen a picture a little while ago now that I think about it, but I forgot. So, all right, let's see this one first. Looks so good. Oh, I love yellow. Okay. This is an Adams, baby. Let's go. So, we're looking at more Japanese leather, like authentic Japanese glove. This is the lightest glove. This is the lightest baseball glove I've ever felt, like hands down. Now, this is very small, clearly. I actually don't see where it's marked what the size is. I'll end up finding out. This is potentially 11 inches. I mean, look at that thing, you guys. You can tell it is tiny. Here, this DP15 right here, that's 11 and a half. Yeah, that thing might be 11 inches. Biggest it could possibly be is like 11 and a quarter. Oh, I love that. That is beautiful. Feels like a two in the pinky break-in. I'm not actually 100% sure. So this glove was already broken in by the guy who sent it to me, Davis Relacing. And so I'll end up like tagging him in a post on Instagram. So just head over there at one point. But yeah, this also split gray. Huge fan of the extra lacing throughout the web. That like style just looks sick. But yeah, we have, that eye web on there. Wow, this thing looks good. Super, super light. Like even if this is 11 inches, this is super light. But yeah, the leather itself, like I've seen yellow tan. This is sort of looking a little bit more yellow than it is yellow tan. It's sort of somewhere in the middle though. Because it's not like it's like bright neon yellow. Wow, I'm pumped about that. Holy cow. I can't get over how light this is. This thing is insane. The leather on this feels amazing. All right, boom. We're going to talk more about that. Wow. And then we have two more. Let's check them out. Okay. I'm trying not to look at the other one. I want to look at one at a time. So this one here, Davis Relacing. Thank you, Dan. This one here has not actually been worked on. If it has, it's been a very small amount. Let's see if we have any sizing in here. Nope. No sizing. Oh, he actually mentioned at one point, I think he was saying that there isn't going to be any marks like the size, what kind of leather it is, because this is not necessarily a prototype, but it's like a first stage. This thing is beautiful. Everybody calls that web something different. If I remember right, 44 might call it like the spear web or something like that. This feels like it's either 11 and a half, maybe 11.75. It's a little bit on the bigger side. That's a small detail. Take a look at that index, like the finger pad right there. Sorry, it's a little bit bright. But if you look at that, it's actually just beautiful design. It doesn't fold over the split welting and it doesn't go over the palm layover. That's beautiful. The colors on this glove obviously are sick. I'm a really big fan. Like a lot of companies think you have to like do everything very even, but like it's red here and then just blonde down. Like it's just kind of random, but it looks super good. It doesn't always have to be perfectly even like a butterfly or whatever. Boom. This, holy cow, I really can't get over how light these gloves are. Easily the lightest gloves I've ever messed around with. Holy cow. So if I'm going two in the pinky, I have like an easy close, but the glove itself feels like very stiff. Like there's no pocket really worked in yet at all. So I'm definitely going to put a little bit of work into this. I'll actually text him first, make sure it's okay that I put some work into it, and then I will. But dang, this is sweet. Lacing on both of these, very, very stiff and like thinner style lacing. Probably noticeably lighter than other lacing. And when you're taking a glove that's this light, they probably just want to make sure they're saving every single little ounce. Wow. And then look at that. I am just finding more and more features on this. And then I don't know what you would call this style heel, but it is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. When I get to reviewing this, I'm definitely going to talk about, what the advantages of that would be. It seems a little bit less intrusive when they're going up and down like that on your heel. It seems less intrusive to your actual squeeze, because when they're going across, you have to like fold them in half. When they're going up and down like that, they just don't really get in the way. So that's actually kind of interesting. Boom. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so beautiful. Adams. Okay, I should probably mention that again. This is the brand I was talking about. You probably haven't heard of it. It's ATOMS, Adams. I'm not sure if they're like actively on Instagram, but if you guys do go check out, I'm just gonna kind of like flash it toward you really quick. Oh, that is way too bright. Davis Relacing. He's on Instagram. If you go to his Instagram, you'll end up kind of seeing, like, I'm not paid to say this. He's just another guy on Instagram. You'll end up seeing his Adams gloves. So go check him out. Wow. Boom. Okay, let's go. Last one. Gloveworks. This is one that actually gets requested semi-often. Now, if you've never seen a Gloveworks before, you're seeing one right now. Now, I'm looking at this. It's dark in here, but this looks like black, but there's actually a chance this is like super dark brown, like a mocha. I'm not actually 100% sure. It's really dark in the room that I'm in right now, but on camera, it looks pretty dang mocha. So I'm actually gonna assume that the camera's right and I'm wrong. This thing's sweet. So we're rocking that V-web, the modified V-web. Also split gray welting, which a common theme so far with all of these has been that it's technically better. So I'm all for it. You know, look a little bit less cool, have a better glove. Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, the break-in on this also feels like it is a 2 in the pinky. I'm showing you here. This glove is actually kind of interesting. The way that it's shaped and broken in. If I were only looking at the palm and holding it and closing it, I would actually assume that this is a traditional style back where there's only the one finger for your index finger. The glove is like shaped at a slight angle. It's actually interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that might be really confusing to you guys, but it's got a little bit of an interesting shape. We got the dual welting on there too. Dual welting with the straight fingers. So that's a little bit less common. Like you think of dual welting, you think of Wilson, and Wilson always has rolled fingers. Like almost every single glove model, I think, has rolled fingers. This is dual welting with those straight, more traditional, just up and down fingers. So it's kind of another little interesting input. This is 11 and a quarter. Boom. Let's go. That's pretty sick. Let me show you again. You can check out the GloveWorks logo right there. It's pretty neat. So you guys, obviously I'm going to end up making videos on all of these. What's going to end up happening, I'm likely going to make a GloveWorks video and then separately make a video on Adams. And after having these, I might actually have to go and beg him to just to give me one of these because this is like next level. Little known thing, like if you don't know, you see all those little holes in the palm. If you check out those holes, basically what that is, you can either lace that up or leave it unlaced. A lot of Japanese gloves, it's sort of a thing where they either have the double style heel or they leave those holes there and unlaced. The idea of it being unlaced is it's a lighter glove in the end. So, yeah, dang. The yellow with tan laces, I mean, that just looks so good. I mean, it's basically exactly the same thing as my buckler catcher's mitt, but on an infield mitt. I'm going to have to ask him, you know, what the size is on this thing because it is definitely very, very small. Wow. Hey, let's take a peek at that SSK again. So what's interesting, SSK, it's Japanese, right? You can actually see they both have very, very similar logo styles, very 3D embossed and like rubbery. Super cool that they're so dang similar. The SSK is definitely on the light side. Like it's lighter than your typical glove here in the US or whatever. But these gloves are like next level. That's crazy. Boom. All right, here. I want to hear. I'm going to pay attention to the chat a little bit. How do I? That's actually Jeremy Stevens. Great question. How do I rank our 4 gloves based on first appearances? That is a tough question. I'm actually going to go. Okay. I'm probably going to go ahead and actually, I think I might throw up the SSK as like my favorite. The mocha, like the brown, it looks wonderful. I'm actually a huge, huge fan of this thing. This is my number 1. This is definitely my number 2. And then 3 and 4. Oof. I think I go Adams. I love the red on this glove. Boom, 3 and then 4. Like I said, I'm still a little thrown off by the break-in. It's not necessarily the break-in. It's like the shape of this glove. It's deceiving. For those of you who might think in 44 terms, the CB44, it's a closed back, like traditional. You have your one little finger hole. It looks like that's how this would be shaped, but it's just got the open back. Very odd. Gonna look more into that. These are clean. All right, I want to hear from you guys. What's the best one? Tell me now. What's the best one? Favorite NFL team? Dude, what are you doing? We're not talking about the NFL. Sexy. Adams, SSK all day. SSK. Oh, we got some SSK fans. Let's go. I'll pull out the SSK again. Let's go. SSK best. Glove works worst. Very harsh, but I guess one of them has to be the worst. Somebody said, "Can I do a TT2 review soon?" That is definitely on my list. If you don't know, that's the Troy Tulowitzki model. It's a pretty sick glove, honestly. It's a little bit different. Your typical infielder is honestly going to do better with a different glove, but there's certain people that are going to absolutely love that TT2. Boom. Let's get another look at this bad boy. That just looks so good on camera. Wow. All right, hey, we're gonna wrap up just by answering a few questions. Yeah, I mean, you guys rock. Thanks for tuning in, but yeah, let's check it out. Hi from Italy. Let's go from Italy. That's hilarious. What is the best lightweight glove? That is a pretty vague question. But if you are super like you need a lightweight glove, look into Japanese gloves like these Adams here. They definitely have by far the best leather, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to end up having to pay like $600 to get like a really nice Japanese glove. Can I do an in-depth review on a 44 Pro model? Yeah, I feel like I've done that before, but you know, it's weird because like I've done videos in the past, but my videos have definitely gotten a lot better. So yeah, maybe I need to do an updated one. I will be talking about the 574 on Monday. That video will drop on Monday. So check that out. Yeah. Also, guys, shout out to all the members. I just saw Josh say something like that. I know Jeremy Stevens is here. He's one of our members. You guys rock from the bottom of my heart. Let's go, Stitch. I see you. A Rawlings R2G. You guys, how have I not made that happen? Okay, so you just asked, can I review the Rawlings R2G? I need to make it happen. The R2G is perfect for some people and the worst option for others. And what I mean, for your younger kids out there, if you bought like a 10-year-old kid this glove, it's honestly not a good option. It's not going to be great. This is going to be stiff, really hard for them to break in. They have these weak little hands, and that leather is so stiff that it's not a good combo. Take an R2G, which does have the nice heart of the hide leather. They don't change the leather, but what's constructed inside the glove that also helps keep the glove stiff, they kind of remove that stuff. So the R2Gs are basically designed to be looser, more comfortable, and flimsier, which is honestly great for a lot of youth kids out there. So I will end up doing a review on it, but that gives you a little bit of a breakdown on like what makes them so different. A1000, that's also something. I've had a few A1000s. I've had some older ones that I'm really not a fan of, and I've had some more newer ones that I'm kind of okay with. So I will have to review the A1000 at one point. Definitely gonna have to do that. Somebody says best 12.5-inch. Okay. Best 12.5-inch for somebody with a smaller hand. And they're specifically asking for slow pitch softball. So 12.5-inch Pro 208 is like the very first thing that comes to my head. That's commonly known as like the best infield softball glove. But Rawlings gloves are quite like they're definitely better for people with bigger hands. And even I have like super average, like I have skinny fingers, so they feel like they have a lot of room in a Rawlings. You know, if you're getting custom, a lot of times you can choose an option to have like the smaller wrists, but those finger stalls are always kind of going to be pretty big. Wilson in general, if you can find a 12.5-inch glove from Wilson, I'm not necessarily saying it's perfect for slow pitch, but Wilson makes their gloves with slightly thinner, tighter hand stalls. So like you'll be a little bit more comfortable if you really do have small hands. Is the Rev1x overpriced? You guys, you might not like my answer, but Pro Preferreds are $380, I think now. That's 20 more bucks. So yes, they are hard to hide leather, which means that they should be cheaper. I agree. But it's a new technology. They've got to make money somehow. I'm not generally like 100% against it, but for your average player out there, you know, if you spend $150 less, you're still going to have an amazing glove. So if you really, really, really like the way the Rev1x looks, it's a solid glove to get. I wouldn't necessarily tell you not to. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to answer 2 more questions and then we're going to roll. Boom, boom, boom. You guys are just too fast for me. Opinions on Academa. Okay, this is one of our last 2. Academa actually makes pretty solid gloves. I've talked about it before, but it's not that hard to make a good baseball glove. That's just the truth. You know, you just got to get in touch with a good factory who's making gloves and just put your label on it. So for Academa, I've had a couple in the past. Not astounding, kind of similar to 44. They consistently have really big sales. You just kind of have to like get into an email list and stuff like that from Academa, and you'll get like 50% off. Not joking, like actually 50% off. So Academa is worth it if you get it discounted. Full price, no. Let's go, Grant Britton. Thanks for running the best channel. You're just a dog, just a straight dog. Thank you, Grant. You're my guy. Man, guys, I think I technically did say 2 questions. Let me answer one more. I'll be a man of my word. Daddy Chris. All right, whoever said that, go like put yourself in the corner. That was inappropriate. I don't like that. The SP, yeah, that is true. The SP 125, that's like a literal slow pitch model. Guys, I'm really bad at reading. You gotta ask questions slower. What glove pops the most? All right, let's go ahead. This will be our last question. What glove pops the most? Honestly, in my experience, so these are both steer hide and they're both very similar because they're thin and very hard. So typically your kip is the stuff that is thin and hard, but this is steer hide that is thin and hard. And both of these gloves have had some nasty pops and like really like ton of fun, especially this one. And that one piece web probably helps, the solid piece web. Ton of beautiful pops with these gloves. If I had to pick one, it's probably between one of these 2. But you guys, that is it. We're calling it here. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, go check out the latest video. We talked about our man's O'Neal Cruz because he seriously has the weirdest glove in the MLB. He literally puts tape up on his fingers, playing shortstop with a glove that is arguably 12 and a quarter, potentially bigger than that. It's labeled as 12 inches, but it's huge. So you have to go check it out. Ton of fun making it. But that's everything, you guys. We're going to call it. So have a good night or day, whatever. Adios.